Well, here's the second video. I didn't think I'd ever get this far, but we'll see how we go. Keep doing this. Since I last did a video, I've moved to a different town. I've accepted a job as a tree planter. And yeah, it's just funny how when you're really at rock bottom, you just bounce. Like, when you're struggling to make changes or make decisions, eventually life just makes you suffer enough that you just do them out of compulsion. So yeah, I'm here, I'm doing this, and it's going alright so far. The work is hard, but what is important is that it means something. Like, it's something that I believe in and think strongly about. And although I'm just planting trees, at least I'm a part of the solution that I believe in the future that I would want to see, instead of being in sort of a amnesia where, although I care about something, I don't do anything about it because I don't want to be uncomfortable or let go of my other goals or desires just to fulfill this deeper purpose. So, I think that's probably the problem with the world, is that people don't do that enough, and they just, aren't willing to go after the things that they believe in, because either it's too much sacrifice because tree planting doesn't pay well, or they're afraid to do it. And I'm not here to judge anyone for that, because life is freaking hard. But I'm doing it, and I'm trying to remind myself and give grace that I'm proud to be doing this, because sometimes it feels like, what the hell am I doing? But yeah, no, it is good. Also, I've been having this thought that I wanted to share that was really at the core of everything. I've been looking into the universal constants and how even a slight change in one of these constants will create a universe where nothing would have formed. No stars, no life, no planets. Like gravity is a constant to however many thousand figures. If you change it by 1/1,000,000th of a decimal place or something like this, then none of the galaxies would form. So obviously that's insane, and obviously you can see that as sort of a god, or God set these constants to make the universe possible. So I went down that rabbit hole of what is God fundamentally. Well, there's these principles, sure, but what caused these laws and these constants to be there? That's the real question. And how is there something and not nothing? Why is it just not nothingness? Why does anything exist? And that really comes to the whole meaning of life, and everything is at the core of that question. And I think one answer is that it's inherent, that change is impossible. I mean, nothingness is impossible, and change is inherent and what creates the universe, so that nothingness cannot exist because change exists. So if change exists, then the universe exists, because nothingness cannot survive if change is real. And so change is inherently the creator of the universe, plain and simple, and therefore it's like a God figure. And then I read something really beautiful by some 17th century priest or something. He said, paraphrasing, but he said, the universe unfolding, it wasn't created and then started to unfold. It's unfolding into God, or as opposed to being created and unfolding away from Him. The universe is moving towards God. The change and the flow is moving back into the God figure. That was pretty terrible paraphrasing, but yeah, anyway, this is a pretty crap video, but I'm gonna upload it anyway because I don't really care. No one views this anyway. But yeah, if you do review this, yeah, thank you very much, and I love you. Yeah, one more thing. If change is God, then you have to not be afraid of change, because then you're afraid of God. And God is everything, right? So to embrace life is to embrace change. And we shouldn't be afraid of change. But at the same time, we should never force it, because if you're forcing change in your life, then you're trying to play God. And so you should just let it unfold naturally. Decisions will be made by yourself, and you shouldn't worry about making the right decision or the wrong decision. Decisions just happen and life flows. And it really is a state of surrender and a giving over to a higher power, God figure, which is literally change. So yeah, you have to accept change. Anyway, I'm out.